Okay, so first thing, I know you just saw in my garage. Don't give me any crap about how cluttered it is. I'm getting ready to clean this whole thing out and paint the floor. That'll be an upcoming video. But here I've got my 66 Mustang with the high performance 289. The engine bay isn't bad. It's just a little dirty here and there. So I'm going to test this new product that I got over at O'Reilly Auto Parts. And it's supposed to be just spray on, let it sit for about 3 minutes, and then spray off with no agitation. So we're going to see how that works. Okay, so this is everything you're going to need. That's the product Super Clean and my beverage, which is non-alcoholic, of course. Don't worry about that. So we're just going to put on some rubber gloves. It says eye protection too, but it's not windy out, and you know, we'll be all good. I'm just going to spray it on the firewall, the inner fender wells, obviously. I'm going to get it on the engine also. It says it's safe for all electrical and plastic rubber hoses, that kind of stuff, but you know, obviously we're always going to cover up the distributor. We're going to cover up the carburetor. I'm going to take the air cleaner off and all that kind of stuff. But this should just sit for 3 minutes like it says, and then it should just have to be sprayed off. By the way, I'd also like to take this moment to thank Henry Ford for putting distributors in the front of their engines. Chevy guys, don't get on me for saying that, but let's be honest. I own a Chevy Silverado also, and you know, not that that thing even has a distributor, but it's way easier to do timing and that kind of stuff when you're just leaning over a radiator than having to reach in the back of a hot engine, or just reach in the back of an engine for anything. So once again, Henry Ford, thank you very much. Okay, I'm just going to speed this video up. You obviously know how to cover all your stuff, and don't say it, I know I probably could have just used another plastic bag to cover the carburetor with, but I already had the plastic wrap out, so I might as well use it. Would also like to say that this comes in 3 different forms. There was an aerosol foam can, there was this spray, and then there was also an aerosol, not an aerosol, but another trigger spray that foamed as well. I was going to buy that originally, and then the gentleman over at the auto parts store, O'Reilly Auto Parts again, told me, hey, this stuff has the highest strength, so you want to use this. It works way better than the foaming stuff, so just so you know. Okay, so I'm just using a regular garden hose with a spray nozzle here. Obviously making sure you don't get water in anything important, but it said it was safe on, like I said, all rubber hoses and wires, that type of stuff. So as long as you keep the carburetor and the distributor covered, I think you're fine. Just flush it really well. You guys are smart, you already know that, I don't need to tell you, but I'll say it anyway. Hose off the front of the car as well after you're done because of the splatter and that type of stuff, but it came off really easy. It looks really good while it's wet, and then we'll take a look once it dries. Now we're just going to start it up to let all the nooks and crannies, you know, top of the water pump, all that kind of stuff, dry out really quick, the sides of the intake manifold. By the way, I think you can tell, you saw in the motor, I don't run an electric fan or dual electric fans behind the radiator here. I don't have any problem with it overheating. It usually runs about 190-ish, almost 200 depending on how far I drive it. But do any of you all have, do you care either way, whether it's an electric fan or the standard belt-driven fan? I just don't see, if it's not a problem, don't fix it, you know. Okay, so all done here. Like I said, it wasn't in bad shape before. It looks a little better now. That product did a pretty good job. Didn't peel any of my stickers or anything like that. No paint. I don't know. I'm looking at this thing thinking there are things I got to do to this engine to dress it up a little bit. I'm thinking about a braided hose kit. Let me know in the comments if you think that's a decent idea. Obviously, they'd be the stainless steel with the blue collars. I do have to put some new shocks on it here shortly, so shocks come off, tower mount gets replaced or repainted, and then I got to replace this chrome beam here, which I love, but this it's starting to pit, as you can see here. And quite honestly, to have it re-dipped is probably going to be more expensive than it is to just order a new one from CJ Pony Parts. So thanks for watching. If you liked it, give me a thumbs up, subscribe, turn notifications on, all that good stuff. I'll have another video coming up here when I get the dress-up kit.